Hey everyone, Ken Horowitz here again with another pickup video. I got a lot of stuff, well, not a lot of stuff, but I got some good stuff. Actually, I did get a lot of stuff, but a lot of it was Game Gear stuff. I got a massive Game Gear haul, but I'm saving that for a special video. Still waiting on a couple of games to arrive from the mail, and once those games are here, safe within my collection, I'll come back with another video specifically for Game Gear purchases, because there were so many that I actually have to dedicate a specific video just to that. So this video I'm going to show all the other stuff I got from other systems. I got some of this through trade, some of it through the mail. Made a trip to Neo Japan in Bayamon, Puerto Rico, Neo Japan Games, and picked up some stuff. And some of it I got at GameStop. So let's get to it. The first game I got is Batman for the Game Boy. This is actually a neat little game. Yeah, Batman is basically almost like a running gun, because Batman is just running from side to side shooting. You don't actually fight or use any of his skills or anything. It's just shooting, just using his gun. But it's actually very, very fun. The graphics are pretty good, and the soundtrack is amazing. Seriously, first time I ever played this game was way back when it first came out. My friend Miguel had it, and he played guitar, and he had an amplifier that was about, I mean, like 3 feet tall, 3.5 feet tall, massive amplifier. We hooked the Game Boy up to that amplifier and popped in this game, and it was awesome. I mean, the music is just so good. So, and it's not an expensive game, so if you can get a copy of it, I recommend that you do, because this game rocks. Other Nintendo game I got is Earth Defense Force. Got this at Neo Japan. Neat little shooter. Ironic, this video is going to have 2 Earth Defense Force games, but none of them, but they're not the same. But this is actually a neat little shooter. Not an expensive one either. I'm really happy to have picked this one up. Last time I went to Neo Japan, I saw this game. It was only $5, and I thought I had it, and I passed it up. And then when I got home and found out that I didn't, I was so mad at myself. When I went back, they still had it, same price, so I snatched it up, grabbed it instantly. I have an app now on my phone for my game collection, so that way I don't buy games I already own, I don't rebuy them, and I don't miss out on games that I think I have that I don't. Let's get the other Nintendo stuff out of the way here. Big haul here is I bought a Wii U. I got the Super Mario 3D World Edition. This one came with another copy of Nintendo Land, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, Nintendo Land, yeah. So I have 2 copies of Nintendo Land, because I got one on the Toys R Us clearance sale a couple of months back, but that's okay. I mainly bought it for Super Mario World, and that game is amazing. It is. I mean, I'm very happy I bought the system just for that alone. That game alone is worth it. I'm a Sega fan through and through, but you got to give props where props are due, and nobody does it better than Mario when it comes to platforming. And really, Mario 3D World is the one it came with. I guess that's why it has the red case instead of blue. Mario 3D World, awesome game. I've been playing this one with my kids. Everyone wants to be, well, they want to be Kitty Peach. I just use Mario, sometimes Toad. Luigi's jump has always been too floaty ever since Super Mario Bros. 2. I guess that's what distinguishes him from Mario, but I really just use Mario. I also picked up a copy of New Super Mario Bros. U. Gotta have your Mario, right? There are a couple of games. Actually, there are more games for the Wii U that I want right now than for the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. That's why I didn't buy those. I was going to buy one. I was thinking about PlayStation 4, and yes, next year the PlayStation 4 is going to have some amazing games. Bloodborne and a couple of other games, but right now, I had the money right now, and I wanted to buy a console now. Right now, the console that had the most games that I wanted to play was a Wii U. So, and the fact that it's $100 cheaper, that also helps. So, I got some Mario to play with my kids, and it's a pretty good system. I also picked up Earth Defense Force 2017. I owned this game before. I bought it when it came out, played it, beat it. I think I beat it on every difficulty but the last one, which is either, I think Inferno is what this one's called. I think they both, this one and 2040, 24 or 2045, yeah, share the same difficulty levels. But this one is an excellent game. Insect Armageddon is the one I mentioned in a previous video that sucked, and it does. It sucks. Stay away from that one. Get 2017 and the last one that came out. This is an awesome game. I mean, look at that. Do you need anything else except the guy with a gun on a beach fighting giant robots? You blow up giant robots. You blow up giant bugs. You blow up giant ships from the sky with all kinds of incredibly powerful weaponry. That's it. You don't. This game, I like these games so much because there are times where I want to sit and play a game, but I don't want to strategize. I don't want to, you know, does this armor go with this guy, and will this raise my attack but not lower my defense or my charisma or whatever. I don't want to think. Sometimes I get tired. When I come home from work tired. I just want to sit and play. And of course, running guns are great for that because all you do is blow stuff up. But this is like the ultimate example of that because you only hold 2 weapons, so basically it's like a gun for anything that's not made of metal or far away, and then a big bazooka for everything big and everything far away. You know, shoot up close, blow things up far away. No thinking involved, just run around, blow up buildings, blow up everything, and it's a ton of fun, I also picked up Project Altered Beast for the PlayStation 2. I have a Japanese PlayStation 2, and I now have 2 games for it. I mentioned in a previous video I showed Thunder Force 6. Picking up those Sega games. Next, I'm going to get the Fantasy Zone collection and the Phantasy Star collection, although some Japanese can't play the patch. But I got this one. A friend of mine on the nextlevel.com forums showed me this auction, and the auction said that the insert was water damaged and that there was a hole in the back, punched in the back. Now, the hole he mentioned is like this little scrape right here that you can barely see. But does this look water damaged? I don't know, but this looks to be in great condition. And then like the disc is flawless, the manual is flawless, and then the coolest thing was that it was $16 shipped. $16. Now, is the game great? It's okay, but it was an Altered Beast game that I haven't played, and I have to play it. It's Altered Beast, gotta play it. And now I can review it because now I own it. So after years of seeing screenshots and video, but wondering what this game would be like, now I finally own it and now I can play it. I got a couple of Sega games here, not a lot. One Saturn game, Winter Heat. I went to Neo Japan previously, and this game was there for $5, and I passed it up, and it is complete. The disc is flawless. I passed it up because I thought I had it. Got home, found out I didn't have it. And the thing is, you know, anyone who collects Saturn knows how hard it is to find Saturn games in the wild, especially complete ones in great condition. And to find one that you don't have and then pass it up because you thought you already had it, oh, that was horrible. Went back, he still had it. He also had a couple of other games, Blackfire and another one that I just glossed over and forgot because I was, you know, I was there with my wife, and she wasn't pressuring me, but I was getting the look, you know, like, hurry up. And so I was just trying to grab whatever I could get, and I saw one here, I said, I'm not leaving you behind again. So I picked that one up. I also picked up, finally I got some Dreamcast games. I got Charge and Blast, which is a neat little running gun. Odd game, but fun. Of course, Choo Choo Rocket. Can't play it online, but what the hell? It's a great game. It's got lots and lots of content to play single player. And one that I really wanted to get, Echo the Dolphin, Defender of the Future. I have this on PlayStation 2, but I wanted it on Dreamcast. And playing between the two versions, I actually like the Dreamcast version a little bit more. It seems to play more fluidly, and it doesn't like, it's not as choppy. These were all $5 each, and of course, then I got home, and he had a whole bunch of other games for $5, and when I got home, there were a bunch of other games like Tokyo Extreme Racer, Ooga Booga, Floigan Brothers, that I have on my list, and I passed them up, didn't buy them. I would have bought them if I had been alone, of course, because then I would have been able to spend a mad amount of money, but, you know, I didn't want to have to spend the ride home, because the store is 2.5 miles hours away. Sorry, 2.5 hours away, and I didn't want to spend the whole trip home trying to justify my purchase to my better half. So I'll wait till the next time I go by myself, and I'll bring lots of money. And the last thing I got was something I was waiting for a while: the ColecoVision Flashback. ColecoVision, this came out. The new Atari 5, I think it is, Flashback 5, and the Intellivision one. I'm probably going to pick up the Intellivision one too. But I really wanted this, and that's because when I was a kid, I played Atari 2600 at all my friends' houses, but Atari 2600 was pretty expensive back in the day. I mean, it was, when you adjusted for inflation to see what it would be equal to today, the price, it was pretty darn expensive. And so I only got to play it at my friend's house. I used to go to my friend's house. We had a friend named Michael. We used to go to his house, play Dungeons and Dragons, and afterward I used to beg and plead, and we used to go down to the basement, and he had a big wood grain TV, you know, those old TVs that were actually a piece of furniture, and he had an Atari 2600, and we used to play Pitfall, and play Pitfall, and play Pitfall, and sometimes I could convince them to come play D&D in the basement, and Michael and his brother and my brother would play D&D, and I just sat there and played Pitfall. I just wanted to play Atari. And I had other friends. I had a friend who had Phoenix, he used to come home from school. Sometimes I could convince him to let me go over to his house so we could play a little bit of Phoenix. He wasn't supposed to play, but he got home about an hour or so before his parents, and his older brother didn't say anything and let us play a little bit of Phoenix before the parents came home. And so I played a lot of Atari, but I didn't own anything. And then the ColecoVision was the first console I ever got. My dad bought it for my brother and me, and we got it, of course, it came with Donkey Kong. And we got Smurf, Rescue at Gargamel's Castle, and we had Donkey Kong Jr., and we had Venture. And Venture was like the best game. I mean, I love that game to death because it was like the closest we had to, I guess, my first experience with what can be considered almost like an RPG. It's not really an RPG, there's no leveling up experience, but you're going through levels, exploring rooms, collecting treasure. So, you know, and that was my first experience. My brother played it one day for about 3 hours, right? Beat it, it rolled over, flipped like 3 times. He got tired of playing. I started to play it. I played it for about 3 hours, and then we shut it off, and when we went to turn it back on, it didn't turn on again. It wouldn't turn on. It wouldn't power on, and we thought we had destroyed the ColecoVision. We thought we had burned it out. So we took the ColecoVision and we threw it out. Now, of course, I realized that what we probably did was we probably burned out the AC adapter. We could have gone to Radio Shack, bought a new one, same voltage, same wattage, and kept playing. But back then I was, 9 years old in 1982? What did I know? My brother was, 12 years old. What did he know? So, you know, but I always remember that. And, of course, you can emulate, but that's not the same. It's very difficult to emulate ColecoVision if you want to play it on a television or something with a control pad because of the weird numeric keypads that the ColecoVision has. And then, of course, finding a good working ColecoVision in the wild is difficult because ColecoVisions are kind of expensive, and they are notorious for breaking down. And so when this came out, I was really excited to get it. Also, particularly because if you look at the very first game that's there, Venture! So I was very, very happy to get this. And this has a lot of, it's got Montezuma's Revenge. It's got, what else? Cosmic Avenger. It's got Space Fury, Jungle Hunt, Nova Blast, Omega Race, Pepper 2. It's got Zaxxon. You know, it's got a couple of new games. Space Fury. It's got a couple of new games too. Like I think Tomac the Barbarian is a homebrew game that was made just for this one. And there was another one here that I was playing that was a lot like Princess Quest. Princess Quest, which is like almost like a Ghouls and Ghosts game. Very, very simple graphically, but the style of play was like it was inspired by Ghouls and Ghosts, and it's really fun. So it was awesome to be able to play ColecoVision again. Yeah, it's a plug and play, so the build quality is not as great. It's smaller than a real ColecoVision. You can't use the controllers on a real ColecoVision or vice versa, but the inlays are transferable. I saw one of the things that cemented my decision to buy this was I saw Gamester81's video, his review of this, and he actually took the inlays that come with this. It comes with about 6 inlays, and he put them in a real ColecoVision controller, and it worked. So my thinking is that I can go on eBay and I can find inlays for some of these games that weren't included with this. And if somebody's selling the inlays by themselves on eBay, I can buy those and just add them to this. So when I play them, I'll have inlays. So, but I'm really happy to have this. It's got 60 built-in games, and awesome. I'm probably going to get the ColecoVision next. It seems like every pickup video, this is like the 4th pickup video in a row that I've had new hardware. I mean, the Wii U, Game Gear, Dreamcast, top loader NES, but that's just the way game chasing goes, as they say. So I'm just happy to be able to find this stuff, because where I live, it's very difficult to find anything at all. So those are all my pickups. The next pickup video is probably going to be that massive Game Gear collection that I've managed to, or purchases, the massive amount of purchases I've managed to find. Like I said, Game Gear games, cheap. Boxed games cheap. Loose games cheaper, but boxed games are pretty cheap, and I've managed to find some really good deals and build up quite a bit of collection. I've been having a lot of fun with my Game Gear lately, been playing the hell out of it, and I want to share the games that I bought, and I'll do that with the next video. So until then, head over to Sega16.com, check out our reviews, features, and interviews. Head over to the forum and become part of the community. We're always happy to meet new members and talk about everything and anything Sega. And check us out on Facebook and Twitter, Sega16. And until next time, take care.